is an appraisal gap and why can it benefit you when buying a home in 2024? An appraisal gap, by definition, is the difference between the fair market value of a home, which is given by a professional appraiser, and the price you as the buyer are willing to pay for the home. To make it even more simple, an appraisal gap means you as the buyer are paying more than what the home is worth. So you may ask yourself the question, why would anyone want to do that? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, you already know the vibes. This is a channel where we discuss any and all things real estate, whether you're a first-time home buyer, fifth-time home buyer, seventh-time home buyer, an eighth-time home seller, an investor, or someone who's aspiring to be a realtor. This is the channel for you. Do me a favor, if you find this video valuable or any of my content valuable or entertaining, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can keep the real estate content coming. Now, let's get into these appraisal gaps. First things first, let's break down what an appraisal actually is. An appraisal is a professional assessment of a property, typically done by a licensed appraiser. It involves an in-depth analysis of the property's features, such as comparable sales in the area, upgrades, location, and square footage. The purpose of an appraisal is to provide an unbiased perspective of what the home is worth based on the market. An appraisal is crucial for real estate transactions, mortgage lending, and other things. Now, the main reason lenders require appraisals, they want to make sure that the property's value supports the loan amount. Now, what is an appraisal gap exactly? An appraisal gap occurs when the property's appraised value comes in less than the agreed upon purchase price. In simpler terms, it's the difference between what the lender thinks the home is worth and what you are willing to pay as a buyer. Now, if your appraisal comes in low, you have 5 options. The first option is to ask the appraiser to reconsider the value. This would involve your realtor sending comparable sales in the area to the appraiser. Option 2, get a new appraisal. Now, you can't just say, oh, this appraisal was low, I want a different one. There are processes that you have to follow, and this is typically only done for conventional loans. Option 3, and this is a really common one with VA loans, the seller can reduce the purchase price to match the appraisal value. Option 4, the buyer and seller can agree to split the difference of the appraisal shortage. And option 5, which is what we are discussing today, use an appraisal gap clause in your contract. Now, you might be wondering, why does this happen? The main reason it happens, and the reason it's happening in Hampton Roads today, is because we are in a hot seller's market. Inventory is low and we are facing multiple offer situations. So using an appraisal gap can help you stand out from the competition. Now, when you write up your offer, the appraisal gap clause is something that should be written in the contract, and it'll say something like, buyer and seller agree that buyer will pay $5,000 above the appraised value if the appraisal comes in low, but not exceeding the purchase price. Now, the verbiage can be slightly different based on what your realtor comes up with, but that's what it'll say in a nutshell. So for example, let's say you find your dream home and you put in an offer for $300,000. However, the home was only listed for $290,000. The appraisal then comes back at $295,000. So remember, you put in the offer at $300,000 and it was accepted. That leaves a $5,000 gap that has to be addressed. $295,000 to $300,000, that's a $5,000 gap. Main thing to remember with appraisal gaps is that you have to pay for it out of your pocket. The lender will not give you more than what the home is worth. So that $5,000 has to come out of your pocket on top of closing costs if you have any, and on top of your down payment, earnest money deposit. So if you do go this route, make sure you understand what you're doing. So in this example, there is a $5,000 gap that has to be covered. So as I stated before in the clause, you as the buyer are saying, I buyer agree to pay you seller $5,000 over the appraised value if the appraisal came in low. And in this case, it came in at $295,000. So therefore, that extra $5,000 comes out of your pocket. So technically, the market, the lender, they're all saying the home is only worth $295,000. However, you as the buyer agreed to pay $300,000. So you are paying more than what the market value is of the home. Now, appraisal gaps are something that we are starting to see more and more of. And being honest, it is something that can help you stand out from the competition. It's something that works really well. However, you have to know how to navigate it and make sure you're not overstretching yourself financially if this is a method you want to take. If you have any questions or need any assistance in your home buying or home selling journey, please feel free to reach out to me. I absolutely love helping when it comes to real estate. Again, if you found this short video valuable, educational, or entertaining, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love to keep the real estate content coming your way. All right, thanks so much for watching.